right, Libra. Sorry, I had to let the cat in the reading. The last reading, she was so, how would you say, boisterous that I had to let her in, so you might hear some stuff. Nicola. No. Yeah, she's taken over already. Okay, so the spirituality reading for the spring of 2025 that we have for you. The first card, Libra, is the Ace of Fire. The Ace of Fire. So yeah, that's the Ace of Wands. So that's your creativity, spark of light. You may be feeling quite creative at this time in your life. There may be a road opening for you in this way, in a creative kind of, artistic kind of way. There may be doors opening. So let's just leave that there. It is a new beginning in such a way. I feel like it's more in our hobby area. Yeah, is what I get. Not getting much else. So let's see that's our past. So again, this might be energy that we're, is feeding into the present. So the next card that we have here for you, Libra, is the Two of Cups. They're going, the creativity goes there. Into the partnership area. Again, I had Taurus energies overflowing here, but Two of Cups is about a loving, caring relationship. Someone we can express our feelings to, someone that feels safe in doing so to you as well. There's a great groovy energy in this card. It can be about forgiveness as well, or unionizing with someone in that way where we feel safe to explore emotional centers here. I feel like the creativity, they told me, it goes on there. And look at that orange glow in there. I feel, oh, Libra. I feel like we may find a partner that, this is YouTube, I gotta keep it PG. We may find a partner that we find that we can express ourselves fully with in the bedroom, if you will. Okay, this is where all that creativity is going. That's why they didn't give it to me, because I probably wouldn't have said it otherwise. Yeah. And we see someone with fire in our eyes. Okay, I'll put it that way. Oh boy. It's almost like they're flipping the love readings as spiritual. But anyway, so that's the present. So if you haven't got this yet, it's something that is hovering quite heavily. Yeah, and a new way to express the self to another self in a spiritual, physical kind of way. Now, in the future, what do we get for energy? Oh, whoa. Death and rebirth. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, you know what that means. Wowzers. Okay, here's the deal. This is very intimate. Okay. Oh, Nico, don't start. I let you in, you cry. I let you out, you cry. Yeah. Just give me a sec here. Okay, yes, this is a very intimate thing. And I do get like a godlike glow upon these two here that can join. And you're going to create a family here. I feel like you meet a partner where if you don't get pregnant from this, there's a high probability you will in the future. Yeah, someone we jive with quite well. This energy I can't get over. It's almost beyond me in a godlike way. I really do. People don't like to think of sex and God in the same thing, but I feel like it's your divine partner. And you know that, and you both feel it so deeply, and it overflows into each other. And this is, transforms into the physical. And that Ace of Wands is the great passion behind, getting together with someone. Wow. So, yeah, as a joining here, it's spiritual, it's physical, it's everything. Yeah. Ooh, groovy energy. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day a month later, a month or two later. By the time you get it, it's that kind of energy, like a romantic dinner in the evening. It just lags and it's all good, great, wonderful. It's good stuff. Let's see if we can keep it up. In the next row here, we have the chakra cards. On top of the Ace of Wands, again, great passion as we go forward. And a creative energy, no less. Because I feel like really what it is we're treating this partner like we've treated no other. And I feel like that's dual. I feel like the other partner is the same. This partner's different. I'm going to give my all. I have a lot of passion for them, and I'm going to express it to them solely. This is what I get. Wow. Nice stuff. Now, on top of that, Ace of Fire, what do we get from the chakra cards? We get 5, the Hierophant. Well, my. When I said godlike, there it is. That's the energy. The Hierophant is the above all. And they are looking towards that second card. It's like the universe is smiling upon you in this partnership, is the sense. And that's why we feel it so deeply, is because it's so resonant to us. It's so, again, everybody's smiling here. Wow. Because, yeah, the universe sees, and this is a perfect love is what, I mean, perfect, right? Whatever. But to us, this is what we want, and wow, it's good stuff. The Hierophant can also symbolize marriage. Okay, let's continue on top of that to a Cups card. What do we get there? The Strength. Wow. And bright orange, no less. This relationship creates a great strength within us. I feel like there's a point here, like, I don't know, because I'm like, are they married already? It's like, I'm not getting an answer there. But the sense that I'm getting is, it's a marriage made in heaven. I said that before. Was that in, whose reading was that? I don't know. It's ordained, you know? It's all free to go. They're both let into each other, and they both are just, I would say it's the same frequency relationship, meaning you're both at the same spiritual areas, working on the same things, you know, you're highly relatable to each other. And I feel like each individual person being with that other is giving them strength. It's just like, you know, grounding to know. Yeah, it's huge. Okay. The Ace of Wands brings a sense of creativity, and the creativity is talking about the intimacy areas. They're going, this partner, not only will we be able to explore things, but we'll be able to, you know, it's like new senses will come to be, is the sense that I get. And because of this, it creates a bigger glow. Like, this is definitely, I don't know if I want to use the twinsies thing, but it's almost like that. Is the feeling is beyond life here, this connection. So anyway, gives strength. I can't go no further. I can't even express. So when we have the death and rebirth, I feel like the birth is what we get here. I feel like this union comes together so compassionately, so of depth. I can't, again, there's no words, that it creates. And it could literally be another life, or it could be that us getting together creates such a spiritual splash in both of us that our lives go in a different way. And I don't mean separately, I mean together we both become different human beings because of the splash of getting together. And again, if you're of childbearing age, that could be very significant, and that will take you in a trajectory and bring in new energy. And if you're not, then I feel like it's definitely going to be unleashed in a creative energy, both of you. Like, okay, so say he's a woodworker and you're a painter, or you own a restaurant, he did it, whatever. You guys will both, it'll springboard your other parts of your life in a way that it just embellishes everything, is really what I'm getting. Because they keep showing me this glow between the couple. Like, if you look at that Two of Cups card of water, there's that glow between them. And then when they actually connect, when they kiss, it's like that glow gets bigger and bigger, and it just envelops both of them, and they just go outward and in pure creative God-given energy. It's really what I'm getting, man. Like, I feel like I should drop to my knees and like, this is what I'm getting. So Libra, wow. Let me know how that goes if you're coming across. It's just wonderful. And again, it gives both people strength, more than they could have without the other. Okay? On the death and rebirth, again, this can be an actual, we get fertilized here. Bring it down to, I'm trying to, again, PG. And things, we create a life that comes from this. On top of that, we get the Knight of Swords going forward. Yeah, quite fervently, whatever. In a way where, I don't feel these people are too far from their own truth, frankly. Because I was going to say we go forward seeking more truth, but I feel like it just comes out of us. I feel like we may even be showing the way for others to go in their own truth, especially when it comes to love and compassion. I feel like this is a love bubble waiting to pop on the rest of the world. I feel like we're just realizing this within our own two people. They're realizing the true meaning of love and commitment, or maybe not even commitment yet, but just love and compassion and caring and blah, blah, blah. Because the commitment is more of a 3D reality thing. I feel like, it's just that focus on that other person being the center of their universe and giving all that they can in a physical way, and also I can't even express it, man. I can't. Giving me all this stuff. What am I gonna do with this? So anyway, Libra, you're the head of the pack here so far. I feel in love, but the Knight of Swords is that swift movement going forward, seeking truth. They also seek the higher realms and whatnot. I feel like the truth of the heart is what's showing here so strongly, but nonetheless, they go forward in their future with excitement. Now, as we bring in the Metatron, see, I bring her in, she meows. I bring her out, she meows. So I can't even. On top of the Hierophant, again, we could get married to this person. And in the ethereal, or whatever you call it, like in the higher realms, as heaven looks down upon you, you are a marriage already. Your souls are married to each other. Now it's just a physical catching up with that energy. Now on top of that Hierophant, we have the complex rectangle, descent into darkness. Now, this is interesting because that's kind of an opposite energy. We have the Ace of Wands, which is that creative flow. It can be passion going outward to another, a new door that's opening. And then the Hierophant brings that higher power, the rules and regulations and whatnot. Then we have that rectangle. In the past, we may have let our passions lead us down a road where we knew better, but we fell into darkness. This could be. Let's go into the mid-road here, where we're at with the 2 cups, 2 water, gaining strength from a partner. Both each are gaining from each other. So it's not a one-sided relationship. They're both gaining great strength from being with each other. On top of that, we get the icosahedron, staying in the orange element. 20s is the number, talking about transformation and water. And what do you know? It's all the water. There's even water in the strength card. There's pool, the infinity pool is there. So this does tell me this is an infinite soul that we've either, like a soulmate, we've had them with us for a long period of time in past lives, or in the infinite realm, and now we're coming to the physical that's what I'm getting, actually. It's like our souls were up there playing angels, and then we come into the physical world. Now we can, on the physical plane, seek that out. And that's why, I think that's why the sensuality is so high here. Is because they're in, Okay, I gotta explain something. That's why they showed me. I gotta explain something to you. When you're above the 5D plane, okay, you're no longer in physical form. There's no longer a physical body there. You are just an energetic ball of light. Now, when it's like 101 up in the air, how is it different? How is sex different here than it is upstairs? Okay, we'll say upstairs. It's different because, first of all, you don't have the physical body to explore. There's no touch. There's just a merging of energy frequencies. Now, think of one ball going into another. So you could go into a quote unquote room and there's all these balls of light, and then you agree, because it is an agreement to merge with someone, right? Because when you're playing outside, you don't just jump on someone. You stand in respect, you talk to them, and you get back and forth. It's energy that flows. But when you merge and become one, then the energy, there's a spark there, right? So it's the same here, only there's physical things to deal with. How do I say it without going off in the ditch? And that's where the ascent from darkness came from, because we may have dealt with the physical body in a way that was dark in our past relationships, but again, moving out of that is the sense that I get, because the water is about the emotional, so we may not have had as much emotion as dealing with just the physical deed, if you will. Okay, if you can keep up. Now, going into heaven, if you will, and doing that, it's just a ball of light that merges with another ball of light, and it glows bigger and it sparks bigger, but there's no physical self to do anything. And there's an energy surge, but it's not as gritty as it is here. Like, we don't feel the things we feel here. It's pure. How do you Yeah, now I'm getting why that rectangle's here. Because whenever I get that rectangle, it's like going into darkness. Sometimes we realize it, sometimes we're aware, sometimes we're not. And maybe the sexual plane in our past was darkness. Okay? Now we're finding someone who brings us out of that darkness, especially when we're merging with them on a physical plane. Okay? So, yeah. They were showing me that a while back, and I'm like, why do I need to know? I already know this. Why do I need to know this again? But they're just refreshing my memory. It's like, because I don't know. I don't know if it came through a reading, because sometimes I get voices telling me something that maybe someone watching the reading is thinking. And sometimes I answer it, sometimes I don't. And one of the questions was, what's the difference between heaven and earth? And I said, evaporation. And it's like, that's my first thing, because for some reason I've been given that memory of knowing what it's like up there and knowing what the difference is here. And one of the things that I appreciate the most, knowing this, which a lot of people will gain access to this, but I don't know if they got it yet. But anyway, one of the things I like is evaporation. So, when you go have a shower, you have a physical body that gets wet. And then when you come out of the shower, and if there's fans running, you feel that coolness on your skin that's drying all the water off. That, you don't get that up there. How would you get that if you got no physical body? It's not there. So I like to have fans on me that just dry me off, because I like that feeling. It's cool. It literally is cool, but it's the evaporation. It's like something that's different for me, and it's always different for me. So it's just a little weird thing about me, evaporation. But I remember not having that, because you don't have a physical body, so you don't have to, you don't have to put the hair back, you don't have to touch the face, you don't have to kiss the lips, because they're not there. But your energy sequence meets their energy sequence, and all the chakra centers are blah, 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 like they just go nuts. And again, it's not as raw as it is here, because it's very raw and very it's hard to explain. It's heavy because you're dealing with a physical thing, first of all, and then on top of that, there's the internal feeling like, okay, can we YouTube, can we, when you bring yourself to that climax, okay, that point, that energy, that is felt in a different kind of frequency, right? But it's felt. And here it's felt. And, the physical stuff leading up to that, it's just not there. So that's how can I explain it? But anyway, somebody out there wanted to know that, and now you got your answer. Sorry, I got new mic. Everything's all different. So somebody out there wanted to know that, and now you know that, and that's what it is. But the water and the transformation, that's why we feel it so strongly, because I think these souls were up in heaven, if you will. Again, there's a lot of places up in there, and I'm probably not getting the names right, but outside of the 3D earth, they were always together. And now they're on the physical plane separate, and they get to explore all of those physical realms, okay, that they don't have up in there. But it's the pureness is what I feel. And it's, I think both of I don't know if both, but I'm speaking of the Libra. I think the Libra has some healing to do on the physical side, having to do with intimacy. I picked that up in the last reading. It's here, but it's lightly here, because I feel like this person that comes in, and I mean, you're going to know the difference between this and past lovers. You're going to know. And it's just going to wash all that away, because that's what it's meant to do. That's God ordained. And not that we don't have any work left on the universe to do, but wow, this is heavy. Like, I can't even get my bearings and falling off here. It gains us strength, strength of spirit, strength to work on these issues in the physical realm. And also, there's a priority there from the partner. I feel like for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just a natural flow where we go into things and it's smooth. I mean, there's going to be spiritual work no matter. But anyway, the orange is here. And again, that's sexual energy. I mean, come on. It's here. And, 20s, transformation, water. Yeah, there's a transformation in our physical, intimate place that we're going to overcome with a certain partner that's going to trigger that within us. And again, it's not like, everything's said and done. We're all good. Now we're great, with this partner. But there will be things still to overcome, but it will be a lot easier with this partner than with any other partner, is a sense, because there's an inner knowing. They're showing me like a piano, okay? And then they're showing me someone sitting down at the piano and there's no notes. So then they got to figure out what they're going to play. What are the, da-da-da. And then they're showing me someone sitting down at a piano and they have the notes. And then they start playing. It's like this. This person has all the notes. They have the notes and they know how to play you. I don't mean it in that way. This is what they're showing me. Piano, they know all the keys they need to get the right, it's all there. Wow. I'm learning. It's all good. So there's a transformation with an intimate partner that's coming. And if it doesn't show up in your immediate future, it's going to be here to help you along no matter. Wow, man, I'm just dizzy. Now, 13, death and rebirth. Again, we can create a new life because of this. Have a baby, pregnancy, this kind of thing. Knight of Swords, we seek our truth in the future. It empowers us in a way spiritually that we just couldn't have predicted. On top of that Knight of Swords, the honeybee. Oh, no. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so I'm not out of whack here, because if you see, it talks about service, celebration, and a sexual frenzy. I made this because I needed that frequency somewhere. I knew it would come out in a reading. And there you go, Libra. Now, what this means, as the honeybee goes, they're always productive, right? What they do, they make honey. It's useful in the universe, and they're always busy. They have no time to relax in a sense, but they're in the flow, they're doing, and they just keep doing the same thing. Okay, you get my drift? This is what we were doing in the past. This is going to be a huge interruption, but of the best kind, because it's where we need to be from here on in. And we got some healing here that is going to naturally explode from this relationship, but it's also going to, how would you say, it's also going to create more challenges that we will have to overcome, but they will go swimmingly because it is, right? It's ordained by God. Now, whew, sorry, my cat. Service and celebration. So there's a service, right? The bees a service, the honeycomb, and they create something worthy for the planet. And it's all a big golden ratio circle that flies back to, starting with the flower and then going to the honey through the bee. Celebration, I feel like we will be celebrating this relationship outward. I feel it will be a celebration of life because we find our perfect mate. Libra, yeah, this is what you get. So we obviously have a huge karma bank that we're cashing in on. But not only that, I think it's just our time to meet this person. And the frenzy is we may be quite addicted to the physical side with this partner, is what I get. And frenzy, that's exactly what could happen. It's I'm excited for you, really. This is good stuff. But we could have an addiction to this partner. So much, it's so different from what we're normally used to, each partner, that it could create a big line of overworking in a certain area, which is, it's not a bad thing, but anything out of balance needs to be put right. So they're warning of that, but I think it's going to go along for quite a ways before they decide to actually say, I think we got a problem here, Houston. We got a problem, and it's going to be on the physical end. I mean, how do you put that? But they do say, yes, we have to keep our balance. We can't be overbalanced in this area. We have to balance it out. But again, there's going to be an imbalance right off the bat. Or high attraction. I don't know. I don't see you guys coming together. I can say that. I see you guys together right away. I don't see what happened. How did that come to be? I don't see. I just see you guys coming together. And then in the future, it's like you guys are going to be finding the quietest little corner in every little restaurant. Like, you know what I mean? This is what's happening. And again, be careful with that, because that could trip us up in different ways. Again, just trying to keep our energy balanced in that way. Wowzer. Libra, lucky you. Okay, away we go. What's the Isis card to shut this down? This is a good reading, though. I just want to stay here and kind of, seek it out. But anyway, what do we get from the Isis cards? The brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. There it is again. Now, for some of you, you could be a feminine finding another feminine. And this could be the difference in the way. And you could be, it could be opening up a whole sphere of energy there. And for those, it's a masculine-feminine relationship or whatever. No, for that, I feel like we are, brothers in darkness. I feel like we're overcoming the darkness of our life in the physical way. And it was too. It was the last reading I had. This does segue into it. It was about abuse and overcoming abuse in the way of whether emotional, physical, I was picking up on. So that would be darkness, right? That's not balanced. So there are still some things, right? Even though we're going from darkness to light, now we still got to balance in that light. It's like we want to take all we can get of this new connection that we have and are connecting to. That's very addictive because we're so starved for it. This is what I'm getting. Now, they're not giving me much on that other partner, other than they're saying, yes, this is more than that other person's felt. It's more passion than that other person's felt. And the other person is going to explore areas of intimacy that they've never explored with anyone else. They feel, the drive to do that with you. So it's like parameters there are going to open up. We feel very safe in each other's nakedness. Like we feel very safe and trusting, which is, that's a huge thing. And for the Libra to overcome, like I say, I don't know if we've truly healed from everything here, but this person makes it easier, right? So, wow. Negative energy with feminine power. And I feel like, there's a lot of light passion energy. It's not like a raw passion, although I know that's going to get there because of this frenzy stuff. It's just, they're going to want to make time and more time and more time. And this is what I'm seeing. They're going, okay, well, that went well. And then it's going to go well again. And we're going to do it again. And they're just going to make more time for it to the point where it can be problematic. And again, some people think a sexual addiction is not a problem, but it can be. It absolutely can be. And that needs to be balanced out. But that'll be your own doing. Because again, we keep a balanced scale within ourselves so we know, again, but when things feel good, right? It's harder to do. Yeah. Wow. There's a big thing of darkness being overcome here in this relationship. I feel like, I know I probably shouldn't say it this way, but I feel like this partner will help us overcome some of that because of that. And hopefully that stays that way and then it doesn't get too far flown. So Libra, wow. Again, these are intimate relationships. Whatever. It's deeply spiritual is really the thing. And that drives that physical side as well. So that's your reading. So take care, have fun, and be kind, Libra. We'll talk to you soon.